assassin caterpillar, killer bee, blister beetle. In today's video, we're diving into the world of the deadliest insects, breaking down which bugs you definitely wouldn't want to encounter. We'll explore their lethal traits, understand the science behind their deadly potential, and find out where these creatures thrive. Let's get started. Assassin caterpillar. Although its name perhaps overstates the kill count of this caterpillar, it is responsible for a number of fatalities. Lonomia obliqua, also known as the assassin caterpillar, is one of the deadly poisonous caterpillars that can actually kill a human. In fact, it's the deadliest caterpillar in the world. A few stings from this bug can cause deadly internal bleeding that can make your brain and organs shut down. And that's not the worst of it. Its toxicity comes from its venom-injecting bristles that function as a defense mechanism against predators. The venom is stored in a sac at the base of each hollow bristle, and when a bristle punctures the skin of a victim, the venom flows through. The toxins have anticoagulant properties, disrupting blood's ability to clot properly. The Lonomia obliqua is found in the rainforests of South America. The caterpillar is credited for up to 500 deaths throughout South America. In fact, experts credit an outbreak of strange symptoms of internal bleeding in Rio Grande do Sul to the tiny creature. They found the main link to be the Lonomia obliqua because all of the patients worked in the rainforest. Accidental contact with the caterpillar was the only common denominator that could cause such damage. You also have to look out for Lonomia obliqua throughout Uruguay, Argentina, and Brazil. One of the strange things about the world's deadliest caterpillar is that it's super small in relation to the damage it can cause humans. Measuring around 2 inches in total, the assassin caterpillar hides in the forest, blending into trees with its pokey exterior. Its size, however, doesn't mean much when you consider that the hollow hairs of the deadly caterpillar's body can puncture the skin of a grown man and inject a flow of deadly venom. Symptoms include a burning sensation, vomiting, kidney failure, internal bleeding, and in rare cases, death. Killer bee. Africanized honeybees are dangerous stinging insects that have been known to chase people for more than a quarter of a mile once they get excited and aggressive. This is why they earned the nickname killer bee. In the 1950s, scientists in Brazil decided to crossbreed Western honeybees with African bees in order to increase honey production. But something went wrong, and 26 of these hybrid swarms escaped from their hives and spread across South America. They eventually made their way to North America in the 1980s. Africanized killer bees are highly adaptive and can nest in a wide variety of spaces. They often build colonies in unique places like tires, crates, boxes, grills, exposed tree limbs, and even holes in the ground. Africanized killer bees are used to defending themselves against honey hunters who destroy their hives, so they're more likely to attack. They react faster to even small disturbances and will chase intruders for more than a quarter mile to attack. Killer bees are more dangerous because of how persistent and numerous they are, rather than how potent their stings are. European honeybees only sting as a last resort, but killer bees will attack in whole colonies if their hive is threatened. Their swarms can be huge, with anywhere from 30,000 to 100,000 bees in them. You can see them coming because there are so many of them. Killer bees are known to kill horses and other large animals. Victims of these bees get 10 times more stings than those from European honeybees. People who are stung by killer bees can get inflammation, dizziness, headaches, nausea, weakness, and vomiting. The most at risk are children, the elderly, and people with allergies. If Africanized honeybees chase you, I hope you're not chased by them, run in a zigzag pattern and seek shelter in a house or car. If you are attacked, run away from the area with a shirt covering your head and mouth. Never stand and swat the bees, and pray for your survive. Blister beetle. Blister beetles are insects from the biological family Meloidae. This family includes at least 120 genera, or groups, and over 2,500 species. They all behave in similar ways and have similar body types. Importantly, they can all impact your health in the same way by producing a chemical that creates blisters on and within your body. People used to eat certain species of blister beetles as aphrodisiacs, but this is the most dangerous way to interact with them. Are blister beetles dangerous? Most blister beetle encounters aren't life-threatening. However, there are also reports of human poisonings. Blister beetles produce a harmful chemical called cantharidin. Cantharidin is a colorless, odorless terpene, a compound usually found in plants. It oozes from the beetles' bodies when they're squished or rubbed. Cantharidin causes blisters to form on your body when it comes in contact with your skin. It also causes symptoms when it comes in contact with your mucous membranes. These include those in your eyes, mouth, throat, and digestive tract. If you somehow manage to swallow powdered blister beetles or other cantharidin products, the results can be fatal. Giant Japanese hornets. Being a part of Japan's ecosystem for centuries, the world's biggest hornet is well known and studied in Japan. It's not really fear that the average Japanese person feels for the insect, it's more like respect. People know they're dangerous, but they also know they're not usually a threat. The hornets are a part of the Japanese ecosystem that deserves respect, not panic. Every year in Japan, there are reports of people getting attacked by giant wasps. It's usually hikers or farmers who disturb a nest by accident, and the wasps defend it. The extreme pain from their sting, the ability to go through beekeeper suits and other thick clothes, and their big size and bright colors make them scary creatures. Allergies to their venom are a major concern. In rare cases, death can happen, especially if lots of venom from a lot of giant hornets are injected into a person's body. Although about 50 people die each year in Japan from giant hornet stings, considering that an average of 62 people are killed by bees and wasps in the US, the death rate from giant hornets is similar to other wasps and bees. According to experts in Japan, if you ever get attacked by a giant hornet, don't stand still. You'll just get stung more and more. Run away as fast as you can. The giant hornet and other wasp varieties has traditionally been a delicacy here in this part of the country. Their larvae are often kept in jars and then fried or steamed with rice for a savory dish called heibo gohan. The adults, which are about 2 inches long and have stingers, are also fried on skewers until their carapace is light and crispy. Eaten, they leave a warm, tingling feeling. Assassin bug. Despite its scary name, the kissing bug, also known as the assassin bug, won't actually kill you. Most species of assassin bugs are harmless to humans and pets, but some species can be dangerous as they are known to transmit diseases such as Chagas disease, Lyme disease, and Rocky Mountain spotted fever through their bites. These bugs are called kissing bugs because they tend to bite near your mouth because they're attracted to the carbon dioxide you exhale. Chagas disease is mostly found in South and Central America, and also in some southern US states, mainly Texas. If an assassin bug bites you or your dog and it's infected with a little parasite called Trypanosoma cruzi, it can pass it on through the bite and infect you with this nasty little parasite. That's what causes Chagas disease. Symptoms of Chagas disease in the first few weeks or months are mild flu-like symptoms, rash, diarrhea, vomiting. Symptoms of Chagas disease in the chronic or long-term phase may include heart failure, trouble eating. Even though there aren't many deaths from Chagas in America, the bug still has a high death toll. About 10,000 people die from it every year worldwide. Tsetse Fly. Tsetse flies are biting insects that inhabit much of tropical Africa. They are not found on Mount Kilimanjaro, but are prevalent throughout Tanzania's northern circuit parks, especially in Tarangire, Lake Manyara, and parts of the Serengeti. You will undoubtedly see these insects if you go on a safari. Tsetse flies can transmit the trypanosomiasis parasite from infected to uninfected humans and animals. This parasite can cause a disease known as African sleeping sickness. Symptoms of African sleeping sickness include fatigue, headaches, muscle aches, and a high fever. If the disease progresses, it affects the central nervous system, resulting in sleep disorders, psychiatric disorders, seizures, coma, and even death. Although there are no vaccines or prophylactics for African sleeping sickness, the likelihood of becoming ill from a tsetse fly bite are tiny. The chances of infection are less than 0.1%. In fact, most cases of African sleeping sickness occur in local hunters, and farmers have been repeatedly exposed to bites over many years. Mosquito. The mosquito is a common pest that can be found on every continent except for Antarctica. While it may seem like just a nuisance, the mosquito actually causes more deaths than all other insects combined. Every year, they cause over 1 million deaths globally. That's right, the mosquito is the deadliest animal on the planet. It's not just their bite that's dangerous. They also carry viruses and parasites that can spread diseases like dengue, malaria, and yellow fever. These diseases are spread when the mosquito bites a person and then passes the virus or parasite onto another person. In the US, mosquitoes spread West Nile virus, which can cause serious illness or even death. Malaria is the biggest killer, with over 400,000 deaths in 2017 and 2018 combined. According to the CDC, Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, the number of serious cases of West Nile virus has been almost 25% higher compared to the average over the past 10 years. This particular virus usually causes mild symptoms, but there are still around 2,000 malaria cases in the US every year, so it's a good idea to see a doctor if you start feeling sick after being bitten by mosquitoes. Better safe than sorry. Flea. Fleas are a pain, but they're not really a killer. You might have seen your pet scratching and given them a collar, but you didn't have any more problems. But in history, fleas caused one of the worst disasters, the bubonic plague. Different fleas live on different animals, and scientists know that the rat flea caused the Black Death in the 1300s. When the rats died from the plague, the fleas turned to humans for food. The plague started in China and killed about 60 million people. It spread to Europe on ships in the late 1340s and killed tens of millions more. By the 1350s, it had wiped out 20 to 50% of Europe's population, including lots of pets. Though the historical death toll from the plague was devastating, nowadays fewer than 10 people get infected with it in the US each year, and those infections can be treated with antibiotics. Thanks for watching. Click that like and subscribe button. It will help our channel to grow. Let me know in the comments whatever you want and what topic you want me to cover. See you in the next one. Bye.